Hello students. So in the previous lecture we have studied the classification of molecule depending upon the moment of inertia. So in this lecture we are going to study the rotational spectra of diatomic molecule. So in that we are going to see for the rigid diatomic molecule. Okay. So here we will consider an example of one molecule. Here we are talking about the diatomic molecule. So these are the two atoms. Okay. So imagine that this C point is center of gravity. This whole distance is R0. Is it okay? And this distance is R1. This is R2. This atom has mass M1. This atom has mass M2 respectively. So first of all, we know that I, that is moment of inertia, is equal to summation of I mi ri square. So as here is a diatomic system, we know that I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. Okay. This we will note as a equation first. At the point of center of gravity, the condition is that m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2, and at that point that molecule get stable. Okay. So that at that center of gravity the condition is that m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2. Is it okay? So now we know that R0 is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay. So now R2 is equal to R0 minus R1. Okay. So we know that I is equal to M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square. Now splitting this, M1 R1 into R1 plus M2 R2 into R2. Okay. We know that this M1 into R1 is equal to M2 R2 into R1. Okay. And this M2 R2 is equal to M1 R1. So here I can write M1 R1 into R2. Is it okay? So now here we can take R1 into R2 as a common. R1 R2 into bracket what remains? M1 plus M2. Is it okay? Is it clear to you? So this is our equation second. Is it okay? So as we know that M1 R1 is equal to M2 R2. Okay. So we also know that R2 is equal to R0 minus R1. Yes or no? Now opening the bracket, M2 R0 minus M2 R1, which is equal to M1 R1. Now taking this R1 terms to one side, that is m1 r1 plus this minus will become plus m2 r1 which is equal to m2 r0. Is it okay? Now taking this r1 common, what remains in the bracket? m1 plus m2 which is equal to m2 r0. So therefore r1 is equal to m2 r0 upon m1 plus m2. Is it okay? So as we have found it for the r1, similarly we can find it for the r2. Yes or no? So therefore I will write here similarly r2 is equal to m1 r0 upon m1 plus m2. How you will do it? So as we have expressed this in the terms of r2, you have to express this into r1. So r1 will be equal to r0 minus r2. Now substituting m2 r2 is equal to m1 into r0 minus r2. And doing similar step you will get this. Okay. Now substituting the value of r1 and r2 in equation second. So what we get? What is equation second? I is equal to r1 into r2 into bracket m1 plus m2. Okay. So we know the values of r1, r2. So what is the value of r1? So r1 is equal to m2 into r0 upon m1 plus m2 into r2 is equal to m1 r0 upon m1 plus m2. So into m1 plus m2. So this one of the bracket gets cancelled. So whatever the remaining things, m1 into m2 into r0 square upon one of the bracket m1 plus m2. So we know that m1 into m2 upon m1 plus m2 is equal to what? That is equal to reduced mass. That is denoted by mu. So I is equal to mu r0 square. Okay. So mu is the reduced mass. Okay. Which is equal to m1 into m2 upon m1 plus m2. Is it okay? This was the expression for moment of inertia of rigid diatomic molecule. The next point is when the Schrodinger equation is solved, or we can say by using the Schrodinger equation, the rotational energy level of the rigid diatomic molecule are given as Ej is equal to h square upon 8 pi square I into j plus 1. So as it is in the joule energy, so it is expressed in the joule. So the value of J is equal to from 0, 1, 2, 3. So what is this J? J is rotational quantum number. H is Planck's constant and I is the moment of inertia. So when this energy is expressed in the terms of wave number, that is in terms of wave number, epsilon j is equal to Ej upon Hc. So which will be equal to H upon 8 pi square Ic into bracket j into j plus 1. Is it okay? Is it okay? And when it is, and the unit will be here centimeter inverse. So you have to remember, when you are talking about the wave number, the unit is centimeter inverse. When you are talking in the terms of energy, the unit is joule. Okay? And when it is expressed in the terms of frequency, that is nu, not bar, nu, that is equal to Ej upon H. And then it is expressed in the hertz. So various units are there in which that are expressed. Okay. So now instead of writing this whole H upon 8 pi square Ic, the another constant is introduced. That is epsilon j is equal to B into j plus 1 centimeter inverse. So this B is known as rotational constant and having the value H upon 8 pi square Ic. Is it okay? Expressed. So now, based upon this information of wave number, that is epsilon j is equal to B into j plus 1 centimeter inverse. Now putting the various values of j, we will get the wave numbers. Okay. So now when j is equal to 0, epsilon j is equal to 0. When j is equal to 1, epsilon j is equal to b into 1 into 2, that is 2b centimeter inverse. We are expressing this in the terms of b. So j is equal to 2, epsilon j will be b into 1 into 2 into 3. So it will be equal to 6b centimeter inverse. Similarly for j is equal to 3, epsilon j will be b into 3 into 4. That will be equal to 12b centimeter inverse. For j is equal to 4, epsilon j is equal to b into 4 into 5. That is 20b centimeter inverse. Okay, and so on. So the energy levels or the allowed rotational energies of the rigid diatomic molecule will be like this. So at the base, that is for the j is equal to 0, it will be 0. For j is equal to 1, it will be 2b. For J equal to 2, it will be 6b. For J equal to 3, it will be 12b. For J equal to 4, it will be 20b. Okay. I have calculated for the further. For J is equal to 5, it will be 30b. For J is equal to 6, it will be 42b. Okay. So this will be the allowed rotational energies of the rigid diatomic molecule. Okay. So if I will ask you that express this in the terms of joule. So what you will do? Epsilon J is equal to BHC into J plus 1 joule. Okay. So now we will see the difference between that energy level. So when the electron will jump from the 0 to 1, what will be the change? So for epsilon J equal to 1 minus epsilon J equal to 0. That is the difference between the two. That is 2b minus 0. It will be 2b centimeter inverse. Similarly, for epsilon J is equal to 1, epsilon J is equal to 2. It will be equal to 6b minus 2b. That is equal to 4b centimeter inverse. Is it okay? So what does it means? That is from epsilon J to J plus 1, when the electron is transferred, the equation will be 2b into J plus 1 centimeter inverse. So see student, don't get confused. These are the energy levels that we have derived. Now we are testing the difference between them two. So for the first it is 2, for the second it is 4, for the third it is 6, for the fourth it is 8. Okay. This shows that there is something relation between them. So when we will solve it, that from epsilon J to epsilon J plus 1, what happens? For epsilon J plus 1 minus epsilon J. So we know the formula that B into J plus 1 into J plus 2. Okay. Minus B into J plus 1. So when you will solve this, you will get this equation. And by using this equation, you can found the difference between any two rotational energy levels. Is it okay? Is it clear to you? The next is the allowed transitions between the energies level of a rigid diatomic molecule and the spectrum which arises from them. So here I will draw the diagram. So see student, this is the diagram which shows the transition from of the atom from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and these are the allowed transitions, and which shows the spectrum line at 2b, at 4b, 6b, 8b, 10b and 12b. So here there is one point of selection rule. So what does this selection rule means? This means that we need only transitions in which J changes by 1 unit, all other transitions being spectroscopically forbidden. That means the transition in which the J changes only by 1 unit are the allowed transitions, and all the other transitions are spectroscopically forbidden transitions. That means the selection rule is that delta J is equal to plus minus 1. Is it okay? I have to remember this selection rule which changes for each and every molecule. Okay. Okay, so here I will stop. Thank you.